Okay. Good evening, folks, and welcome to FMA Discussion. This is episode. Actually, this isn't really an episode. This is going to be just us guys going live, and because we got a seminar this Sunday in Rhode Island, and so all the teachers I'm going to be bringing up, and we're going to basically just talk about what's going to happen this Sunday and who's covering what, teaching what, and all that, where it's held, and all that good information. So, who are the guests tonight? Well, we got Guru Raffi, we got Amok John Kupis, and we got Tim Gillett. And without further ado, here we go.
My spawn.
We got major echo now, though. Before it was bad.
I just thrown him out of his office. It's got to be better now.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure that will work. Yeah. So how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. Looking forward to Sunday.
Absolutely.
Should be fun.
Just got thrown out of my own office, but other than that, I'm fine.
Perfect. Well, no echo. So whatever you did is perfect.
Right?
Perfect. Yeah. Just grab a chair.
Okay.
And yeah, so for folks who are watching, this is regarding the seminar this Sunday in Rhode Island at Tim Gillette's. If you want more information, certainly you can reach out to any one of us. But we're starting time is 10?
Yes.
10 o'clock, Alaka.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. All right. So let's start. Okay. So Guru Raffi, what are you going to be teaching? What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to do obviously the Santo Lacosta system. I was thinking about doing some Espada Daga. Wasn't sure of what you other three guys are going to be going over, but I thought maybe that'd be something different. Gurdan's got a great curriculum for the stick and the knife, and then there's some other things I've learned from Hawk that came from Ernesto Freitas that are pretty cool too. So it should be fun.
Wow. Yeah, with Dan, I mean, just all the systems I'm sure he kind of pulled from. My gosh,
Yeah, it's my favorite range. My favorite. I like Espada Dagger probably more than anything else in the program. I enjoy my guys. They like doing it. You don't see too much of it. Everyone always focuses on the other weapons, which are great, but I just seem to gravitate towards that. So I think it'll be a good session.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I'm a huge fan of that weapon module or combination. I just think it's such a puzzle and all the possibilities. You know what I mean? As far as using the sword or the blade, or depending on if you're going more stick and knife versus sword and knife. But
yeah, I agree.
Both are intriguing. Yeah, same here. Did you get much of any of the KI from him, like within that lens or training?
I did not. No.
And no, that's what also makes it fascinating. I think KI's long and short it's really aesthetically pleasing as well.
I'm not familiar with it at all. Wow, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll show some of it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, Big John, what are you besides scaring people? No, I shouldn't say that. John's actually a sweet guy. So, John, what are you going to be showing?
Until he's not sweet.
Well, actually, we're going to do an introduction of the four themes. The four themes developed by Tom Sotos, is a methodology more than not a system or anything else. It's a training tool to basically kind of overlay what you already do. But because of time restraints, we're going to kind of focus on the motions in the upper body. The positions and motions of your the hands and the torso. But more than anything else, those themes will has given me functionalism. It provides completeness, if you will. There's only so many positions you can be in combat, faced off, and you break it down, and there's only too many, so many motions that you can make, and you block and strike. Tom basically, if I can get the story right, developed the system of entries, 4 themes entries, while he was working security. And what had happened was, in that situation where he had to let people strike first, he kind of had a counter, you know what I mean? And based off of timing and situations where people will come and they'll attack with maybe a 1-2, you need to break that timing up and be able to stop, that progression from happening, and that's what the 4 themes can do for you.
It's interesting. I never knew he developed that at his security job. I'm assuming when he was time during California.
Yeah, when he was director of security for the supermarket chain.
You're right. I remember. Okay.
So what happened was, at that situation, you couldn't really swing first. You know what I mean? You couldn't attack somebody. You kind of wait for them to attack first, and then the block and strike. When you can make that, we all want to do that, blocks of strikes and block and strike, but when you can do, you're always going to have that certain reaction, a reflexive action to, a strike or an attack. So when you follow it up with the other hand, or to continue on with that hand, you know what I mean, and turn that into a strike, you get 2 quicker bites of the apple, is how he puts it. You know what I mean? Instead of getting 1, 2, 1, 2, you break that chain, and it gives you a chance to go from defensive to offensive.
Cool.
So
I'm really anxious to see this.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
Tim So's stuff is just and the 4 themes. It's almost like a separate entity from. I guess you could say it's under the umbrella of a mock, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's and it's, like I said, it's motion. So whether you have weapons in your hands, or whether you have empty hand, or whatever you're using at that time, it also helps you break down systems. Like, I've been to Guru Dan seminars, and to follow, you go through things so quick.
Yeah.
But you can break it down and say, well, there's a you know what I mean, and you can kind of label it, because that's really what it boils down to, is labels, and you can call it anything you want, but it's positions and motions. We use the term rear, front, and inside and outside. The inside the arms, outside the arms, inside the arm, which lead outside the arm to the other side, and then your rear front motion. It gets vast, due to time stuff. We're not gonna, if you're interested in it more, I would definitely follow up on it more, and through Tom or myself, however. But the legs, you've got the inside the legs, outside the legs, you have positionings as far as hitting and which parts of the body, from the front side to the rear side. But like I said, we're just going to focus on the upper body and those positions and the motions used to block and strike.
So you like parting up, like, what are you thinking, like working off jab, cross, for instance?
I don't even want, because of that, I'm not even going to look at people striking. Yeah, that motion, energy of a strike, of a hook, a backhand, you know what I mean, and develop those motions. It's a more about, I want to partner people up and have them basically. I'd like to see the guy who's throwing the energy bring out the different blocks out of trainee, if you will. So, you know what I mean? I should be able to get you to block with a rear motion.
Right.
Straight, that could go either way, depending on how that straight comes in. Do I go with a rear motion, or do I go with a front motion? You know, now I'm going outside the arm, I'm going inside the arm each way. You know what I mean? Your fronts come from your outside towards your center line. The rears come from the center line out. But that's it. That's really the only thing you can do. Yeah, we can project forward and backward, but you're either making this portion or that.
That's wow. I never knew. I mean, Tom would always tell me that you were doing a good chunk of that work. I just didn't, to be honest, I didn't know how involved like you were getting with it. Wow. That's awesome. And how long you been, like how long within just that, like how long you been doing, how many years have you been focusing on the 4 themes in them?
Oh, over 15.
That's wow. That's enough.
15, 18.
Like you were way back, and yeah, folks, you don't know, John here has definitely been affiliated with Muck and Tom Sotis long before me in there, and also John is also the person I've used with knife grappling, which is really fun. So to yeah, 6'6", 280, whatever there, yeah, real. But I'm looking so forward to seeing some of this stuff. I didn't know like you had done it that long with him. You know.
Well, the thing is, you know, I have another teacher that trains under Tom that really wants to remain private. So out of respect, I'll leave his name out. But he's the one who really kind of ran with it. So Tom had said to him, you know, take this and go. You know, it's still Tom's. The functionality is what drives us all to it. Because if you don't train, if you train it, even some, we all have that favorite thing we want to do.
Yeah.
It'll never be there. If you train it, at least you built it into you where it comes out, where you need it, it'll be there. If you've never trained it,
Yeah, it's not right. It's not likely to come out. No, that's awesome. I just didn't know you were doing it for that long. I think that's great. Tim, so what will be your show and tell?
I'm only going because Raffi's teaching.
So you're just gonna stay in the corner and just observe? Yeah.
I think I'm going to work on a bunch of the modern 90s material. I'm going to kind of gauge the crowd and kind of play to the crowd. If I see that they're fairly advanced, or maybe that's something they're already kind of like cool with, then I'm going to up the ante a little and bring out some of the more aggressive material from the modern 90s program. So we'll see see what type of level that we're at. And instead of saying that I'm going to do basics, I'm going to see who's here and what they can do and how far we can push them. And I don't mean striking or someone's going to get hurt or you need to bring any special equipment or anything like that. But I just mean I'll go further up the road or maybe more up the what I call the train tracks. If I find that the group is, pretty educated on the material right away. So I like to play to the crowd. I don't like to have like a set format. I mean, of course I have a set format for what I'm going to present. But on the flip side, if I see that we have a good like advanced program, that's why I'm probably going to let these two instructors maybe go before me if we could, so I can kind of gauge where we're at, and then I'll know what we got to bring to the toolbox.
If you guys don't mind, because I'm going to be driving out there, like just don't put me first.
Okay.
I just don't want to be like in case of traffic or something unknown.
I'll go first, and then I get to just relax the rest of the day and play.
Okay, if you go first, I'm just going to go home.
I'll go first.
No, I haven't seen I haven't done any modern 90s in so long. I'm really anxious to do that, and I've never crossed paths with Tom Sotis,
right.
But we just kind of know each other through social media when we are on the same page or something. So I'm anxious to see the Amok stuff too, and And KI, I've been jonesing for that for a while. So this is going to be a great day for me.
I think so. Like, I'm so excited just to see your guys' stuff. What's going on with John? What's going on with
I'm
John?
excited it's going to be in my building. That's all. It's really, I'm looking forward to just knowing your presence is here in my building. I'm really excited about that, let alone the material and everything. It's going to be great. So I think it's going to be awesome. I think we lost John.
He's been fading in and out.
He's in your building. How could he?
He's in my office. He threw me out of my office, so I'm out here.
Well, here, guys. Here's the flyer. Until we wait. Hopefully, John's coming back. He's in the same building with Tim. But yeah, so this Sunday, you can pay at the door, or you can register with me. Either or. So, and we got Andres who's coming. He just sent a message right here. Andres just come from New Jersey. Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, way to go, Andres.
Yeah. Oh,
nice.
John is back.
John?
Let me see. I'm hearing you. Okay, hold on. We'll figure it out.
Trying to run this place and do this at the same time.
How about now?
You can come back in here. I can use your microphone.
No, I think you're all right. You look good in my office.
Oh.
I have a feeling Tim hates office work.
So, all right. So we each got okay. I guess it's my turn to say what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
What are you bringing out here? I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited that I'm on the list of instructors, but I'm also excited to be learning new material from you guys.
Yeah,
likewise. Same here.
I've always heard about Tom showed me some of the 4 themes, front, back, back, front. I mean, all that, but never in detail. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, as well as your guys' stuff, especially, So, but since John's gonna be doing empty hands, stick, knife, and Tim, sounds like you're gonna be focusing on stick, right?
Single stick, yeah.
Single stick. I was gonna go sword. I was show more.
Cool.
More Ricketts lineage. I figured just be so that'd be kind of neat. We got stick, knife, stick, empty hand, sword, right?
I like it.
Nice.
So, what type of equipment should I tell people to bring, or will we have a bunch of stuff that they could use?
Well, in the absence if they don't have a trained sword, I mean, a stick will be fine.
Okay. All right.
But if they have a trained sword, that would definitely be better.
Some here.
So
I have quite a few here we could use.
I got a few too I can bring. So
if anybody has any merchandise, I encourage you to bring it. I feel like a lot of people like to buy your team T-shirts or any type of training gear you might sell at your facility. Bring it out.
I can bring some sticks to sell, but do you sell them at your place, Tim?
No, I don't. I mean, I do, but I would encourage you to bring yours because I don't have any in stock.
All right, I'll bring some. I don't want to step on any toes, but yeah, I'll bring some sticks to sell and
whatever else you have, just bring. I
knew
that was going to be something going on in your brain, but I think that it's important that you bring some merchandise. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm probably going to.
Oh well. And we're going 10 to what?
I think it's 2, right?
About that, yeah.
Yeah. So about an hour each. Is that what we're figuring?
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one's going to complain if we go past 2, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sure that will.
Things like that here. Water and juice. I'll have some food, things like that. That way, if people start raining a little bit, they can get a little bit of sugar in it or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely. No. I think this is gonna be great. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Just obviously all of us doing something different from a different martial arts background as well, and different weapons. So I think we couldn't ask for a better eclectic arrangement. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah. So John, are you still teaching this in your Sunday class or whatever?
Well, no, we work on different things on a, you know what I mean, on a Sunday class at the moment. It's more of recovery. You know, I've talked to you about that before, as far as, really getting behind in the moment. People look at counters, and I'll to define a true counter, you wouldn't know it was coming, and for you to be able to, too many people train counters as they're attacking the attack, if you will, which is possible to be best end and you're totally ready. But what happens to that moment when you turn around and the strike is right there, and all you have is that time to react? And then if you know, these drills are kind of involved. So let me put it to you, it's more of a self-discovery drill we're working on right now, where you kind of trick the mind of the person you're going against. You make him think that something's going to happen and something totally different happens, and if you can train that, then you get to that point where you're behind that person. That's all recovery. This drill we're working, it's really, so we spend a lot of time on that recovery drill.
When you say recovery, like when I hear recovery, I always think of David Gould recovering center mass. You know what I mean? Like getting back on center.
What how Tom feels about Dave Gould, So
similar to that, as far as what you're
if
talking
you can
about?
go in and do what you're going to do, and nothing obstructs you and changes the situation you're in, then good for you, and everything worked out great. But what happens when it doesn't? What happens when you slip? What happens when you fall? When you go to take out some guy and, let's just say a double leg takedown and he sprawls out and you don't get it, you go face first to the ground. What do you do next? And people are afraid to actually train that way because they're afraid of failure and afraid of, what they're going to look like. Well, we've got a small group of guys that really don't care what we look like. Let's find out what you would do.
That's awesome, man.
People say I can sit here and I can throw a punch to your face and you're going to block it. Okay. Now, if I throw a punch at you, you think you're going to block it. I spin you around, drive you for 6 feet. You turn around and then that punch is there. That's how you're really going to block. You follow what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the real block. That's not the block that you wish you could do when you see it coming. When you don't know when it's coming and you don't know how it's coming and from what angle, what will you do?
Right. That's wow. I'm looking at, and was on the takedown. Yeah, yes, if they do pee themselves on the takedown. Oh my God. Wow. I never followed Tim. How are we losing you guys in the same building?
Tim's phone has died. Yeah, I guess you hear me, but I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I
can hear you.
Oh, I'm unprofessional.
I can hear him. I can hear everybody.
I know. Where are you fine?
I don't know how it happened.
I can hear him. I can hear everybody.
Can't hear
I
me.
know where you are fine. Yeah, see, I have no sound for some reason coming in.
Be live stuck.
It allowed, it's got my microphone, but I'm reading the captions, but I've lost you as far as sound goes. Hold on 1 second.
Can't be anything that serious. You guys had it.
I don't have it.
Well, we'll go without them, Raffi. Hopefully they'll figure it out. They're in the same. I don't know what's the core. We can, we're hearing them definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they can't hear us. I don't know. So stick in dagger. So we gonna are you gonna go off like Cinco Terro or something?
I think I'm going to show some of the combinations that Guru teaches, which come from Lamego, and it's just going to be working off random attacks and doing various blocks, and then following up with basic 4 or 5 count Sinwali pattern with the stick and the blade. So
Nice.
it's a lot of fun, and it's something that people can plug into whatever they do in their dojo. It's not something they have to do separately. It can blend right in with whatever program they're running. So I think it'll be well received. It's a lot of fun. My guys love doing it. When I teach it on the road, it's always a crowd pleaser.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I don't think Tim and John are. They left the room.
No, we got one of them's back.
Oh, there we go. Hey, there he is. He's back.
Man, sorry about that.
No,
Different
but you can
volume.
hear us okay now?
What's that?
So you can hear us okay now. All right, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now I'm sorry. You got everything I said about the that moments and being behind in recovery.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it was good stuff.
You're doing that before you got it out. Yeah.
yeah. No, it really is. Like I said, if you think that one thing's going to happen, something totally different happens, and you find yourself behind the 8 ball, how will you really react? And that's like the self-discovery and the recovery that we're working on mostly in my Sunday class now.
That's awesome. Wow. Man. I didn't know how involved you guys, or how beyond, I guess, deep you guys are going with that. Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that now that Jesse showed me some of it, and Tom, but it was more, again, front, back, front, back. You know what I mean? More from that.
Yeah. But the thing is, right, so your front, and that front motion, you know what I mean, which would be your same hand, but that could be any, what you follow up with. That's why I say it's like a template. What you follow up with is yours. If you wanted to do a eagle claw to an eye jab to an elbow, once you get the motion and the flow down, then you just insert whatever you'd like into it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Cool stuff.
What's Tim doing?
Yeah. Tim's
Phone died.
looking for a charger for his phone.
And he's eating an apple.
Oh, his phone died. Gosh.
Oh man, that sucks.
But I got him right here. If you need him, you talk to him.
No wonder he just sit by you. I mean,
There you go. That's all we need.
We had one
So,
of those.
Face.
no worries. Hey, no worries. We can hear and see you, so we'll make it work. Don't worry about it. So hey, with Myron Eats, I mean, assuming the audience there is, kind of vested and experienced. What do you some ideas that what you might go into as far as the single stick?
I think that we'll go a little further into maybe some body locks and maybe some escort type material, maybe things that won't leave with just strikes. I think what happens is we find ourselves saying, well, we'll do this type of disarm or maybe this type of approach, and then we'll end up doing a 1 or 2 strike to get out, and then that's usually where the material ends with some of the instructors. Some of the instruction, not instructors, but some of the instruction here. I think I'll go a little further to the escorting type pieces where we're a little more involved. Maybe we're staying involved as opposed to just saying that we're going to attempt to disarm, use a strike, and then leave. I'm going to stay a little more involved, maybe like a grapple range, but more of a standing grapple range. I won't do long takedowns or into a stick grappling type thing on the ground as much as I will standing. So it would be good for, I guess, for a lack of a word, non-lethal escort type material.
Non-lethal. Okay. All right. Okay.
You're having control of the person, and we're not particularly hurting them where they're going to be asphyxiated, or we're not going to break a limb or something like that. We're going to do more of a maybe a moment of maybe some negotiation, so maybe something where there might be a little what I call pain suasion, a little pain suasion.
I like that.
That's a new one.
We'll get-
Okay.
That's good. I'm stealing that one.
Pain suasion.
shirt that day, but so we'll give them a little pain suasion at the end of the modern on East material, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think
Wow,
that's what we're
okay.
gonna see how the group is. I could change my mind. The cool thing, I guess, about I mean, all our training is we can change and we can kind of call an audible if we had to, depending on the type of people we have here, you know. So let's see who shows up.
Great.
So they're always up for some fun material. So we'll you know, we'll see how it all goes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Flexibility.
I
will be
encourage
there.
also encourage people to bring beginners. You know, it's not just about us or people who are, you know, experienced in the material. We want to bring in some new people, get some new people involved in what we love to do, and that is Filipino martial
We
art.
need the young. We need the young up and coming if we perpetuate these arts, right? How many times have I said that on this show, right?
Yep.
Like a constant theme, right?
You gotta get the next generation going.
Yeah, 100%, right? Without them, I don't know how we're gonna do it. So what? I was gonna say there. Back to Raffi. When you're doing, because I'm really kind of interested in what you're gonna be showing as well. Like, is it going to be, in other words, are you going to tomfoolery going on over in the next window over there? Will you be, like, in other words, even in regards to the level where that folks will be able to click in, do okay?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be something that we're going to start at, you know, a very lower level, beginner type techniques, and then we're just going to keep building on it gradually, little by little. And yeah, I mean, it wouldn't matter what level of expertise you've got; they'll be fine with it. And then there's plenty of room for their own individual spin on it later on if they want to add to it and embellish it. There's plenty of leeway there to make it their own.
Okay. Okay. So, John, are you bringing a Yuki? Do you have somebody hired or what's going on? Tim, you're volunteering?
I always volunteer, and I always go home. You know, I still can do what I did in my 30s. It just takes me 2 weeks to recover.
The recovery just now is increased to 15 days as opposed to 2 days.
That's not good. Not good.
You can bend them.
I never forget, man. So this is a funny story. I don't think I ever told John this, but so I go up there one time to work night grappling with John happened to be there. I mean, John, Tom, and I think maybe Gary was there. So you know, so even despite Tom's garage door being burned, he used to live there in Rhode Island. It's really hot. I mean, it was a hot day. So I got, you know, it's like a 2.5 hour ride home. You know what I mean? And I get there, I walk in the door. My wife thought I got like back from Iraq or something. Like she was looking at me like I don't know if I would look just like drained or dehydrated or like I just got annihilated. But it was like it was a night grappling session with Big John, and I walked in the door, and I think the whole next day, I think I was in a chair.
So it was a good day.
You know? And so, yeah, a memory that I'll never forget. Yeah. So, but you haven't. So have you seen him, John, since he's been back?
I saw him just last month, April.
Nice. Okay.
April 15th. April 15th, I saw him.
Yeah, I'm so glad he's coming back up still. That's nice. You know what I mean?
No, he comes up, you know, I think he'll be coming back up again, I think in June.
Okay, that sounds about right. So yeah, like what, every 6 months or something or so, right? Okay. Or 4 months, whatever. I mean, yeah, well, I'm just so glad he's making his way back up here. You know, when I heard he was moving.
I wouldn't cancel out going down there for, you know what I mean, weekend. It's not so hard to get the wife to take a trip to Florida.
Oh, the Florida, West Palm, right? Yeah, I know.
I'll take you down there. spend that much time with you.
Yeah, I went down there last fall. It was nice. Yeah, I mean, he's got a nice setup there. Yeah. So no, he did well for sure.
Yeah.
What else?
They got,
So what? Okay. You guys, all right. So what am I going to do show specifically? So what I'm going to do is under the Ricketts faction, they have what they call series, and so what the series are is basically you get to do you focus on certain defensive movements within a 4-count box right there, right? For instance, so Crusada series, like so basically I would do Crusadas off the number 1, number 2, number 3, and the number 4, like that. That's an example of the series, in there. But there's a Fraile series, there's a Media Fraile series, there's some Kit series, there's a Sombrada series, a Ferrete series, a Pluma series. So those are kind of neat. So the student gets acclimated to the defensive movement, and as far as where to apply it and all that. And so I don't know, I'm thinking maybe folks might enjoy that after maybe some of the basic footwork or whatever.
Yeah. I like it. Sounds good.
Oh.
For that. I'd wake up for that.
You'd wake up. So you would wake up
Oh,
for that and join us for that? Okay.
What a guy.
I don't wait to sleep.
I nap throughout the night.
I used to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning on my way to work just to see what he posted at 2, 3, 2:30. The man doesn't sleep.
No, I wait.
Man, you got insomnia. So Tim, you got insomnia?
No, I just don't like
Oh,
sleeping.
you just like hanging out? Okay.
I do my best thinking at night.
Oh, you just stay up there when everybody shuts down and okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, if you guys are, I mean, I knew this one was going to be a long show. I just figured we get the word out there. But
Make it a
have
long
you guys
show.
got any? What's that?
We can make it a long show.
We can. So what? Well, then, what else you got? And you guys, anything else you want to mention as far as the weekend? Or Sunday?
Registration,
I should say Sunday rather.
and I'm there basically at the door, right? Anybody can just come to the door and pay.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to just pay at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get one guy paid me in advance, and I got his name written down somewhere, but I think he lives in your guys' area actually. But I'll definitely I'll have his name written so when he comes in there. But yeah, it sounds like most are doing the door option. So, all right. Well, hey, I'm looking forward to it.
Same here. It's going to be fun.
I'm going to keep, so what I'm going to do is I'll circulate this. Actually, I'm going to recirculate this tomorrow. I'll probably even actually do it like Friday or Saturday, but I'll at least get this circulated through the other FMA groups at least 2 more times. So.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, hey, it's good to always see you, Big John, even though it's on camera, but it'll be in person soon. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys on Sunday. That's going to be fun.
Logical. I'm better at the other stuff than I am that, but that's why I was like, oh, let me come here. And then I screwed that up by having the echo. So
No screw up.
No, it's okay.
Don't let Tim blame it on you, John. Don't let that happen. So.
I thought it would be a good idea for us to be together. It ended up being worse, and he's out wandering the streets. I just got him back.
He's used to wandering the streets. It's okay.
He's in the parking lot.
Persuasion.
Yeah, that's what they hit, persuasion. But
Yes, that's gonna be the focus. What is the theme of Sunday? Persuasion.
Persuasion. I like it. That's what we're going to call the next one.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Give him a persuasion.
results for
Awesome.
persuasion.
Yeah.
But
All right, well, good seeing you too on Sunday. We'll play for some of that recovery too, Dean, if you want to.
I would love to check that out. Yeah. Can I be the one that's like attempting the double leg and you could just collapse down on me?
Sure. If you can get ahead of me, that's okay. Once you get ahead, then it's a hell of a lot easier to, you know what I mean, break it down.
I'm just thinking, I don't know, that would be my first option, attempting to double leg you. I'm thinking no, but
Probably your first option and then coming off with something else. Or the
Yeah.
third or the fourth thing, whatever it takes for you to get ahead.
Hey, before I go, how's Walt doing?
He's doing good. You'll see him.
Oh, good. What is that behind you?
This is this is what you guys are coming to see on Sunday.
This is what you're spending your big money on.
This is what me too. So don't forget that. All the good stuff you said about him, he's responsible for this.
Yes. And guys, and our feature instructor is
Right there.
What you're spending your good money on.
That's it, man. Awesome, guys. All right, but hey, I will see you guys Sunday. And thank you, Raffi, for going first. I appreciate it.
Ah, no problem. Can't wait to see you guys.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
You too.
I don't know.
Okie dokie.
All right, I'll see you guys Sunday.
Have a good night.
You too. All right, folks. Yeah, so this Sunday, 10 o'clock. I think it goes straight. I think there's like there's gonna be some breaks in there. But at any rate, yeah, the address is there and everything. This is definitely pinned in FMA discussion. I'll circulate it around again to all the groups. But yeah, it should be fun. Two of those guys are longtime Tom students, Tom Sodas students, and Guru Raffi and Asano Blend, as well as some honorary niece and something else, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it'll be a nice kind of different styles, weapons will be shown, so it should be fun. And I get to see those guys, so that'll be nice. All right, well, thank you for watching. And this Friday, 1 o'clock, it's pretty much confirmed. You will see the flyer tomorrow. And in lieu of some recent events, I think you'll be quite surprised. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. But I'll see you guys, Friday.